What do you want to know? Yeah, where do you want to start?
Just give us a blow-by-blow of 18.
Well, I pulled it pretty bad off the tee. The way it looked like it landed, I didn't see it hit any rocks, didn't see it splash, and you could kind of see some sand over there. So our conversation on the tee box was like, am I allowed to hit a provisional? Because I don't want to walk like 300 yards up there and then have to turn around and walk back and hit the tee shot again. Found a rules official. He told me that it crossed up there by the tee box, and I was like, thank you very much. I'm aware where it crossed. Then I was like, am I allowed to hit a provisional? He's like, not for a ball in the hazard. I'm like, okay, then can we go up there and look? And he's like, yeah, if we don't find it, I'll bring you back. Saw a ball on the beach, went down there, found my ball, moved some rocks, hit it out, hit on the green, two-putted.
Did it hurt at all when you made contact in the rocks?
No, it was mostly sand. So there was one rock up against my ball on the left, but if it hadn't have been next to my ball, I could have picked it right up out of the sand, I felt like. So it wasn't like deep in the sand or anything like that. I was just trying to get the ball, up
If there hadn't been
out of the
rules
ocean.
changes that allowed you to pick up all the rocks around it, what would you have done?
I don't know if I would have been able to get it up over the rocks in front of me. I didn't really take that good of a look at it. I would have assumed maybe I probably wouldn't have been able to get it up over the top. And, I mean, you're able to ground your club. Like, I was able to move some rocks behind my ball. And I think probably I would have probably tried to not hit it just because if I mess that up, then I'm back still on the tee box hitting, like, my fourth shot. So with the old rules, I think I probably maybe would have gone back to the tee just because of the way the rocks were around my ball and the unpredictability of not being able to maybe get it up over the top. But able to move some rocks, I think, definitely made the shot easier.
What's the best par you ever made?
I mean, that was just a lucky one. I mean, I've made good pars. That one was more luck, I think, than anything. So, I don't know.
You can't think of one.
Yeah.
You said you've been
What?
pulling it left. Is that what you've been doing off the tee?
That's what I did on 18.
Okay, but you said you were struggling. I think in there you were struggling with your tee shot a little.
On 18? Or
No,
what?
just in general.
I drove it better today than I did yesterday. On this course, a lot of the trouble seems to come in on the right, especially like I missed a tee shot left on 10. But other than that, I felt like I hit a lot of fairways. So I don't know.
Someone mentioned you might have had a...
I mean, if I missed one drive left, oh my gosh, Scottie's pulling it. Holy smokes.
No, that was that. Somebody mentioned you might have had a ball that was really close to the hosel.
Yeah, I did on, I don't know, like 12 or something like that.
I don't like to use the word, so I thought it was...
Yeah, no, I did. Like, there were some things I did today that I think was just a little bit of rust. But overall, to get in at 2 under, could have been better, could have been worse. I felt like there was some unpredictability in the firmness of the greens. I felt like I struggled with that. I felt like each time we guessed, we were guessing wrong. The ones we thought were going to be soft were firm, and the ones we thought were going to be firm were soft. And so I think if we get some rain overnight, I think they're all going to be soft, and that should only help us predict what they're going to be like.
Rory said he was very impressed with your ability to avoid making bogeys. Is that something that you really pride yourself on doing?
Well, I talked about it a little bit at the beginning of this week. I think when it comes to, like, people say, oh, well, he just doesn't make a lot of mistakes. I think that's a product of, like, being in control of your golf ball. Like, if you ask anybody on tour, they want to limit their mistakes. And I think having the ability to control where I'm hitting it, where I'm missing it, like, I think, like, the last 2 days out here, I haven't felt, peak performance at all. I think if you look at my strokes gained ball striking numbers, they're probably not near what they would normally be, and I think that's just a little bit of competitive for us, kind of getting my feet back under me, playing tournament golf, and to only have 2 bogeys, one of them being with a semi-shank, it's pretty good. My first hole of the tournament, and then just a little rust, brain fart type thing. So other than that, I did a good job keeping my focus, keeping the golf course in front of me. Definitely 18. A little luck saved definitely at least a bogey there.
I heard your car has a new owner, your Yukon.
Yep.
Is it what happened with the charity fundraiser?
Nance and I were doing a thing in Houston for an organization we both love, dear friend of ours, James Reagan, started a foundation called Triumph Over Kids Cancer, and we were doing a Q&A session. There was a live auction after, and Jim decided he wanted to get involved in the live auction.
Was there any thought that maybe not playing next week at Phoenix? I know you're a great track record there, but just to not play 3 in a row?
So that's kind of how I approached last week. You know, when I started hitting balls again, my goal last week was to really push myself at home to where once I got back out here, I wasn't going to be worried at all. I think if I was going to be more slow ramping up, then I would have maybe skipped this week and not next week. I think my goal was to come out knowing that I couldn't do any more damage to my hand, couldn't make it worse, and the soreness wasn't going to be bugging me. I wanted to really push myself at home, hitting a lot of balls, kind of really hammering my hand. I don't know how you describe it, but doing a lot at home to check and make sure I wasn't going to have a flare-up so that I could come out here comfortably and practice and play the way I normally do.
Who embraced the environment there at Phoenix?
I mean, I think it's really fun. I think if we did it every week of the year, I think it would be a bit challenging. But I think it's really interesting and fun. I think it's a great tournament. I think it's something that's really unique to the game of golf and our tour and having that environment. I think it's a lot of fun. And I mean, I've had a good track record there, so I obviously don't have many complaints about the. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't really seem like it would suit my personality, but I seem to like it. I don't know.
I know you mentioned the strokes gain data, but for you, feel-wise, what are the barometers you look at or think when you feel like you are in control of your golf ball?
I think I just feel it in my hands. I think when I have a really good understanding of where the club is in my swing, that's when I hit it the best. And certain days like today and yesterday, I may not have a great understanding of that. And so that's why you see some errant shots here or there. But for the most part, just, trying to get a good feel out there.
Perfect.
Great.
Scottie.
Thanks.
Scotty.